Nikocado's tour around America sold a measly 6 tickets. His most recent posts are receiving single-digit likes, and now he's resorted to uploading himself next to an AI-generated girlfriend after announcing, "Being gay was fun, but I'm 35 now. It's time to have some kids." There has been one long-form video in the last year of him simply going back to his old ways, but there's far more to the story of the man who pulled off one of the biggest plot twists in YouTube history, and why today almost nobody talks about him. I'm Indart, and this is why you don't hear from Nikocado Avocado anymore. Saying that Nikocado had an eventful run on the internet might be the understatement of the decade. Real name Nick Perry started out as a vegan musician in 2014. He played the violin and seemed normal enough. Two years later, he quit veganism, picked up a camera, and started eating a lot. The mukbangs kept getting bigger, and so did everything else. The screaming, the breakdowns, the fights with his husband Orlin. No, I told you not to do that! I told you not to do that! I told you not to do that! Why would you do that? They were playing out on camera like a complete mess. People weren't watching because they liked him. They were watching a man destroy himself in real time. Every breakdown, every fight, and every outrageous stunt only made Nikocado bigger, resulting in his YouTube channel amassing over 4.71 million subscribers. Until suddenly, it wasn't. Because on September 7th, 2024, Nikocado uploaded a video titled 2 Steps Ahead. Within seconds, Nick appeared on the screen looking completely different from the last time anyone had seen him. He stated that he'd lost over 250 pounds, or 113 kilos, in the 2 years he was hiding behind the camera. While everyone on the internet thought they were watching him spiral out of control every day, they were actually watching pre-recorded content, stockpiled to keep the Nikocado character alive, while the real Nick disappeared and quietly got healthy. Today the video sits at over 52 million views, and public perception of Nick was at an all-time high. Penguin Zero called it,
"This generation's I Am Your Father. This is up there with the Darth Vader identity reveal."
And it should have been the perfect ending. Although what happened next was totally unexpected, because every internet downfall ends one of two ways. Either they disappear, or they keep getting worse. Somehow Nick found a third ending. And for the first time in almost a decade, people weren't laughing at Nikocado. Instead, they were rooting for Nick. At first, it looked like he was capitalizing on the moment the right way. He undertook surgery after surgery to remove excess skin. He had a facelift in January, a full body lift in February, a torso and thigh lift in March, and only a few months later, he claimed he was the healthiest he'd ever been.
I feel so good. I haven't felt this good for ever in my entire life. I've never felt this good.
Then in May 2025, he announced a live tour titled the 2 Steps Ahead Tour. Nick promised meet and greets across America, mukbangs that were going to be performed in person, and a presentation about how he lost so much weight in so little time. He hyped it constantly in his videos, such as this one here.
Oh my god, how many guys are coming on my tour? My tour is literally in a month, or 6 weeks. I'm so excited. And if you haven't gotten your ticket, you have to. There's gonna be so many people.
Although this video has seemingly been erased from existence entirely. As the tour was getting closer every day, his 13th show in Houston had sold a grand total of 6 tickets. Just months after becoming the biggest story on YouTube, Nikocado couldn't even convince more than 6 people to attend one of his shows. The entire tour was immediately cancelled, where fans on Reddit confirmed they'd been refunded without explanation. However, there were very few positive comments in this sea of negativity. His ego got too bloated. It's what the narcissist deserves. I still have no idea what he was supposed to even do at any of these events, let alone who on earth would waste their own money for it. One detail that's easy to miss is that the tours for Florida and Arizona were specified to be for ages 18 and up. However, due to the cancellation, it's unknown what would have happened, which made them that rating. His upload schedule, which had carried him through 2 years of secretly pre-recorded content, dropped to once a month, then once every 2 months, then almost nothing at all. The comeback everyone expected after 2 steps ahead never actually happened. Instead, the biggest redemption story on YouTube simply lost momentum. Without the Nikocado character, Nick suddenly had a problem he'd never faced before. He no longer had the version of himself millions of people actually came to watch. So without that character, he started trying on new ones. For years, outrage had always worked in his favor. Every ridiculous thing Nick did generated millions of views. But this time, almost nobody reacted. He began posting AI-generated photos of himself with women he barely knew, captioned with multiple different versions of the same line. No more being gay. I'm 35 now. It's time for a wife and kids.
Why is the AI generating these women into them?
There are multiple women in many different posts, including one of a friend who had just had a child with someone else. The man who built his entire online identity around his relationship with Orlin suddenly seemed desperate to create a completely different one, posting fabricated images of a life he didn't have. These posts barely get any engagement. They all have the same caption, the same setup, being posted day after day on Facebook, and most of them don't even crack 200 likes. From a channel that pulled 50 million views on a single video, 200 likes is nothing. It wasn't the rage bait that stopped working, it was that people had stopped paying attention altogether. But Nick wasn't just trying to reinvent his image through Facebook posts. Around the same time, he unexpectedly revisited his 6-year-old controversy with fellow mukbang creator Stephanie Sue, attempting to clear his name in a drama that almost nobody was still talking about.
The reason I'm bringing this up now is because my weight loss got 50 million views. Millions of people are coming in, they're watching old content, and this includes videos made about me and Stephanie. This video will be a shortened recap of exactly what happened between me and Stephanie, and it will also be the truth. Because if you want to hold people accountable, both sides deserve to be heard.
The timing confused people. Not a single person had been asking for another response, yet Nick suddenly wanted the last word on a controversy the internet had largely moved on from. It felt less like closure and more like Nick trying to rewrite another chapter of his own story.
This was a targeted takedown against me.
At this point, my home safety is kind of in question.
Maximum emotional impact.
#2.
A carefully constructed spectacle.
How extreme things have gotten.
Built on exaggeration.
I was already feeling really scared.
Omission of facts.
Is there anything else you'd like to say?
And staged vulnerability.
Like my heart had dropped to the ground.
Because when you strip away all of the theatrics, the truth was so much simpler than what she had made it to be.
That version of Nick didn't stick at all. So when that didn't change anything either, Nick seemed to fall back on something much more familiar: shock value. He's begun posting close-up photos of his feet, pictures in his underwear, dressing up as a woman, pretending he has a new boyfriend who looks significantly older than him, and even merging the two pictures together, where comments on one individual post read "Who's the giver?" and "Who's the taker?" It's the kind of content that reads less like a joke and more like a man fishing for any reaction he can get in any way he can get it. But even shock wasn't enough anymore. He started ranting about Obama and Oprah being allowed to be fat, insisting it was somehow in the Constitution, while filming himself eating an avocado bagel like it was a declaration of war.
It's in the Constitution in America to be fat. You're basically Michelle Obama is allowed to be. Oprah's. Why are all these people allowed to be fat, but I'm not allowed? I'm not allowed.
Yeah, alright, keep telling yourself that. What is he going on about?
He showed up on Cameo doing impressions of his old self, like a tribute act for a character that used to be his entire life.
This is really... Okay, hi. It's me, Nikocado Avocado. Peasant on the page. Listen here, you cheapers creepers. I've lost weight. And then I've gained 20 lbs. And it's all your faults. Spinos.
He's posting thirst traps. He uploaded a cheat day video of pancakes that looked inedible, then turned around and told everyone it was my body, my choice.
It's my body, not yours.
For years, these kind of posts would have dominated YouTube commentary channels. This time, they barely escaped Facebook. None of it lands the way it used to. Comments under his post stopped being shocked, and instead, they started being tired. People had seen this exact bit before, and it didn't work the first time either. So now he's left trying on new characters, hoping one of them sticks the way the old one did. Today, Nick has a girlfriend who doesn't exist, a wife and kids that probably aren't coming, a pretend boyfriend, political rants, AI-generated photos, and a version of himself that seems to change every few weeks. The irony is that Nick spent years convincing millions of people that Nikocado Avocado wasn't real. But once he finally escaped that character, he never found another one people wanted to watch. So the question now isn't whether Nikocado Avocado can come back, it's whether there's anyone left who would care if he did.